Hey guys, welcome back to Semojo Homestead. This is our video that was going to be the weekend video, ended up not being the weekend video. We have some exciting unboxing to do.
Yeah. All right, I'm pausing right here for future me to interject. Apparently the mics were doing some weird echo thing, so you're just gonna have to put up with that in this video. Sorry. Yeah. I call this video an unboxing video, maybe.
Maybe.
So I will say up front, there are no affiliates with this. Like, we're not an affiliate of theirs. But without opening it, the process up to getting them, I was very pleased with. So this is something that is kind of a step towards getting better systems in place out here. You've heard us talking about that a lot. If you're keeping up with the videos, what that really kind of came down to and what brought all of that to our attention is when Hurricane Helene came through, we did not get it nearly as bad as the upstate of South Carolina or North Carolina. But we were without power for 4 days, which was long enough for us to realize that we need to be better prepared for something like that.
Yeah.
And so we have been moving toward making a list of things that we need to get in place, but also moving towards being a little bit more ready when we do lose power, because that also causes us to lose water, and just having functional systems in place for a situation like a natural disaster, or, I mean, heaven forbid, something worse. So that is what that list that we've referred to a lot of times and in recent videos is kind of referring to or about. So these guys, this has to do with a better system for food security.
Yeah.
I feel like we have pretty good food security, but what we realized when the power went out is most of our food security, food preservation is 100% reliant upon power, because we freeze most of it. And I'm talking like our meat and stuff. Also, our grain.
So one thing we realized is we have been storing a lot of our grain just in the grain bags that they come in our pantry. And being in South Carolina and bringing in grain from all these different areas, we had an encounter with grain beetles. We're getting grain for our animals. We're getting grain for us. So once one bag comes in that is affected with grain beetles, they find their way into all grains and all bags. So we've actually ended up having to throw away a lot of bags of grain or use it as feed. And that obviously is not a great system for us. Now, these grain beetles get in and they consume the most nutritious part of the grain as well. So, even giving it to our animals, it kind of loses that value a little bit. Yes, yeah. So obviously they're grains. We're going to have to cook them. We would have to process them and have electricity to use our grain mill, all those things. Part of food security is buying in bulk and then preserving that well or storing that well. And that's one area we found that we had a hole in our system. So
a hole in our system that was causing lots of holes in our food.
Yes. So these should take care of that.
Yes. And I mean, we've battled with the grain beetles for probably, over a year. And they really hit, if you're not familiar, here's a little background on grain beetles. They kind of hit in the change of the seasons. That's when they get most active, so spring and fall. And what they do, it doesn't necessarily spoil your food. And we can, and we have, put them in a freezer for a week, and that will kill all eggs and everything else in it. And these we're talking really, really tiny. We don't want to be eating them. So if there's only a few in there, we catch it early enough, it's not that big of a deal. But when they begin to multiply a lot, then we just throw it away.
Right. Well, and that's the issue is they'll be in a bag that's kind of in the back of the pantry. We won't realize it until it's they've really consumed that bag. And then And then at that point, it's a loss. And then you're having to sift through all your other grains and see what has been affected and what hasn't. One thing to look for if you're thinking you might have this is there's often a sweet smell.
Yes.
When they
It's a
start.
good description.
Yeah. When they start kind of invading. And also, if it's a bag in the back that you didn't realize they were in, you might hear them. So we had them in some field corn, and I kept hearing the sound, and I was really freaked out. Thought maybe it was a mouse. No.
Yeah, and it's a very quiet, subtle sound.
Yes.
But yes,
Yeah.
in larger grain like corn, you
Yes.
can hear them as they kind of knock it around and stuff. So,
yeah.
So yes, like Cass said, this is our solution. And we have talked about this for a while. We've kind of been dragging our feet on it. But how this ties into the whole power outage, getting systems in place is with that wake-up call. It was a wake-up call for stuff like this as well, for us to just stop dragging our feet and take action. So that being said, let's unbox it.
Yeah.
I ordered these. Cass has no clue. I mean, she knows what they are,
but I don't. Yeah.
She doesn't know like what types and stuff. So this is going to be exciting for her as well.
It's kind of like Christmas early.
Ooh. All right. Yeah. So since you had no clue, I'm going to let you do the honors. It looks like you're going to have to open the end.
Yeah.
So while she's doing that, just a couple of things. So we did order these from Uline, which is kind of a bulk wholesale, I guess like
supply store?
Supply store, yeah, because it's not just restaurant stuff. They also have packaging stuff and everything else. I compared prices, and from what I saw, including Amazon, these were by far the cheapest that I could find. Now, I got sticker shock when I went to check out because the shipping was really, really high.
What?
But even with that, even with that, I still checked it against Amazon. We were still coming out cheaper getting these things. So
ooh, they're blue.
They are. They're actually purple. I had fun with colors. So these are, looks like maybe the 3-gallon size. So I got a couple different sizes because we get, you're going to have to help me.
So we get a couple different varieties of wheat berries, and then I will get things like barley. We like to have barley salad, and also barley is great in a soup as a filler, and it's cheap, and rabbits eat it. So occasionally get other grains just to kind of switch things up, but we also get beans, dried beans.
Dried beans. And so, we got like, you'll see, other buckets for like our grains. Mm-hmm. But then I also wanted to get buckets that we could keep the dried beans in. We get sugar in bulk. Yes. Thankfully, we had a fire ant outbreak in our house. Thankfully, they never found the sugar. Yeah. But there again, it was like, okay, I'm going to take this as like, let's get this stuff ready. Right. So this will help keep them out of that. Yeah. So these are the big daddies. Yes.
Oh my. Those are huge.
Check those out.
Nice.
They're like putting you in a tower.
I know.
It's like kindergarten. Skyscrapers and buildings and stuff, and blocks.
I'm hidden.
So these are the big ones. These are just under 7 gallons. I think they're like 6.5. But that should come close to holding, I don't remember now,
so
40 to 50 pound like grain bag.
Yeah.
So these are definitely intended for the grain.
Yeah. Most of our grain is 50 pounds. Some things only come in 25-pound bags. So. Okay, so what's next?
I don't know. I know the lids were separate. So the lids are somewhere.
Well, that might be lids.
Could be. I'm just wondering what this is.
Well, if you're wondering, I'm really wondering.
Maybe I got more buckets than I realized.
Maybe that's why shipping was so expensive.
I don't know.
Oh, we have black.
Okay, yes.
Did you forget these?
Well, clearly, yes. Black, I know I wanted just to keep light out. I think the idea behind this, when I found out like how cheap they were. You
went crazy?
Well, I was like, okay. And how much shipping was going to be. I was like, we might as well just get like what I know we need plus some. Yeah. We do some fermenting that in like large quantities. Mm-hmm. And so the idea behind that was like, let's do that because that's going to really keep all the light out. Yeah. All of these should, except for maybe the white. But the black is definitely like a blackout type bucket. Can't choose to like buy one bucket. It's in groups of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and those are bigger too. So
Yeah.
I think these are 5-gallon. The white is like 6.5 to 7, and then the purple are 3 gallons. And that was the other thing. I wanted different sizes so that we had the options.
Right. Well, and we do sauerkraut and stuff. We have had a problem having a container large enough. So I'm excited about these black ones.
Yes.
We might need to plant more cabbage now.
No.
But why not? We have all these buckets.
Okay. We planted a lot of cabbage, guys. We did. It looks like we've lost probably 5 of them, but I mean, it was over 30 that we planted. When you break that down by a month, like in months, that's a lot for what we consume.
Right. But Josiah does eat sauerkraut as a side dish.
Love sauerkraut. 7-year-old.
Yeah.
How many of you guys have kids? How many of you like have kids that like sauerkraut? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
He loves it. He loves making it because he likes it. Every time we have hot dogs, yes, he's like,
it's not on the hot dog.
Nope.
It's the side.
On the side. All right. So the lids.
Oh my, these are very industrial.
So these are the ones for the white ones, the largest ones, and they do. I think looks like they might screw on and then lock. These are the ones that are going to seal the best, and that's what I wanted because the grain is going in there, and I wanted to make sure there was no way these grain beetles were getting in. It is amazing what they can get into, and yes. So yes, these lids were a little bit more expensive because they're a little bit more involved, but again, I wanted something that was going to like do the purpose. Like if we're buying it to store it in it to keep bugs and stuff out, I want to make sure bugs are going to stay out. Better safe than sorry.
Yes. And so I just saw online that a lady stores all of her grains in these, and she actually uses a cricket to make vinyl to label the sides. So
conveniently placed behind us. I don't think you guys can see it with all this stuff. But.
So I have a project.
All right, so these are just the regular lids. These are easy on, easy off kind of lids, so they will snap on, but then they're supposed to be pretty easy to get off. These are not the ones that have like the locking mechanism that then you have to peel off or whatever, because we need to get in and out of them a lot. And so, but they should still lock down and keep stuff out.
Okay. So these go with the purple or
both.
Either? Okay.
Yes, the tops are the same size. Okay. These go with the purple.
Oh, of course they do. Purple and orange. That was well planned.
Hey, if you're going to get storage, get stuff that's, uniquely you, right? Express yourself.
In your storage, in your grain storage.
Yes.
Hey, we
got a free calendar. Our girls are obsessed with tropical things, so I figured they need a calendar for their room.
They need a calendar for their room.
So I picked the one that had tropical beaches.
Nice.
This is the other reason. Like, why not order from somewhere that's going to give you free stuff?
Get on.
Oh, and then a catalog, guys. Got to have the catalog. If you're a good business, you send that out.
Yep.
We are going to put these things to good use and hopefully protect our food.
Yeah.
For long-term storage. The other thing that you can do with these, if you really, really want to go above and beyond, our neighbor, what they do is they take all of their grain and then they vacuum seal it and then put it in one of these. That does help preserve the freshness for a long time, for long-time storage, because grain does begin to break down within about a year. Let's add another, layer of protection so that you can't get anything that would want to chew through those bags to get to it.
Yeah. I'm excited about these bins. I'm definitely going to be using Salus Cricket and labeling them just so it's easier to tell what's in there. This is going to be a really good next step for us on our homestead. I'm excited about it.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. We would love to hear how you are storing your food and your solutions for that kind of stuff. We hope you guys have a great week and be blessed.